We are 4 stories underground in the basement of the Toronto Rehab University Centre, looking at our newest simulator, which is called Driver Lab, which is an advanced driving simulator, easily the most advanced driving simulator in Canada and really unique in the world. This one, we don't use it for training drivers. It's too expensive, too rare for that. Instead, what we use this for is research, trying to look at ways that you can test people and how it correlates to driving in the real world. The car that we actually have started out life as a German market Audi A3, actually. We needed something that was small, light, stiff. There's not a lot of things that fit that. We also have a lot of computer equipment in there, as you'll see, so the hatchback was really useful to us. So we're inside the car now. Proper drivable car. So it has all the interior systems still as they were. The Bluetooth works so that we can talk on the phone, so that we can look at issues with distracted driving if we want to. The radio still works, so some people, if you're worrying about drowsy driving as an example, one way to combat that might be music. So we want all those things to work as they did. Most simulators of this type around the world are really focused on the car. We're not looking at the car at all. We're looking at the driver and how they interact with their car. We're looking at things like fitness to drive, particularly with an aging population. Having to take someone's keys away and tell them they can't drive anymore is a really traumatic thing. The doctors and occupational therapists who are responsible for making that decision will flat out tell you right now that it is very much a judgment call, and it's a very gray area, that there aren't great metrics on what defines whether you can or cannot drive. So we want to be able to put you into tough, challenging conditions and see how well you respond in order to better demarcate whether you can or cannot drive and what sort of things we should be looking at to make those decisions. We're also going to be doing a lot of looking at medications while driving. Those people really need their medications. It helps their quality of life. But there's questions around, should they be taking those medications while they're driving? We're also going to be looking at drowsy driving. We have a large sleep team here already looking at diagnosing sleep apnea and all kinds of other things. There's sort of, many examples that I could give you of the things that this simulator will be doing. So the idea is to set up a really realistic experience to enable a broad range of research. The point is, for whatever the particular research goal of that project is, we'll bring in suitable participants to drive the simulator. We'd never be using this for actual driver's license testing. We're not going to be having everyone in the province or everyone in the country come through the device. That's not realistic. I guess the biggest point that we want to get across is, yes, we have a big fancy machinery, but that's not really the point. The point is that we use our big fancy machinery for actually improving people's lives. So that's what we want to do. We want to keep people driving as long as they possibly can, as long as they're safe to do so.
So if you're watching this on Facebook, please remember the big 3, to like, to share, and to follow. And if you're watching us on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. We've got 30 years of content. There's got to be something you like.